Who? Vince. Hello.
Hello. My name is Kara.
Chris.
And we're the Midnight Babes. We had a thing. It's fine. The redness is going away.
It got clipped. We're not getting la cancel.
La cancel.
Oh God, we're here with
back.
Annabelle.
Yeah,
Annabelle?
Abigail. Abigail.
Annabelle sucked. I don't like
Annabelle did suck.
I hate Annabelle.
Abigail, though.
Abigail was good.
This shit was fun.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we all know I don't watch trailers.
Yes.
I did know it was about a vampire.
Yep.
Because I was like forced to watch a trailer when we were in, I think we were like saw a movie in theaters.
Yeah.
And I think we saw a clip of it and we were like, oh, we're going to watch that.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of forced to watch that like mini trailer, but
Yeah.
I did not watch anything beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was about a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, the amount of people that were like, I didn't know this was about a vampire. I was like, what the fuck were you watching?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was pretty clear.
Pretty clear.
So Abigail, it's available to rent on Amazon Prime. The synopsis is: after a group of criminals kidnap the ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, really? They retreat to an isolated mansion, unaware that they're locked inside with no normal little girl. Okay, no, who reads that and is like, oh, she's normal? It says no normal little girl.
Yeah.
I'm spicy about it today. I actually really like this. It almost hit like a campy line.
Oh,
but
yeah,
they,
but
like kept it in line.
In a good way, though.
Yes, like Cabin in the Woods. Like that kind of like campy. Yeah. It's like, it's not campy. It's like they put the funny.
It's comedy horror.
Yes, but only where it's needed to be. Like the comedy isn't in like horror scenes. Mm-hmm. It's in like when like the girl is like trapped upstairs and you've got all these strangers who don't know each other like bullshitting with each other. Like funny shit happens.
Yes.
Like, and Angus Cloud was in it.
Yeah,
and he's
last
really
movie.
funny. Like, you know, I did, you know, have a bit of like a, like how did, and then I was like, oh, well, this was his last movie.
Yeah.
So great cast.
This cast was amazing. I love most of the people that are in this cast, like all of it, honestly.
Catherine Newton has been in a few things.
Yes, her latest one, I believe that I've seen, was Lisa Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously she's been in other
horror movies,
things like that. Melissa Barrera, who plays Joey, she was in Scream as the older sister. I haven't seen the little girl who plays Abigail.
No, I hadn't either.
So I don't know.
So good for her for grabbing a role like that because she did a great job.
Yeah.
What was her name? Alicia Weir.
Yeah.
Was her name?
Of course, Dan Stevens. Fucking love Dan Stevens. He has done so much as far as different genres.
Dude,
love him.
His character, Frank, was fucking wild.
I love when he's a sassy asshole. He's so good.
It was funny. And Giancarlo Esposito is in it as Lambert.
He's so good.
Kevin Durand is in it.
Mm-hmm.
William Catlett as Rickles.
Rickles.
And Angus Cloud. But
Matthew Good.
Yeah, it was, I mean, the cast was phenomenal.
I thought it was great about how she, you know, pretty much got all set up. Because she just, like, apparently this is her time that she needs to eat.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So they set him up. They get stuck in the house with her. She goes on her little kid fun parade.
Little tangent.
Yes, it's like getting them to like kind of turn against each other.
Yes.
I loved it. I thought the deaths were great. I thought the little dancing montage scene of running away was great.
That was like my favorite.
And fucking Frank, who he's like, I think it was Frank, that his character is Frank. Like the dude where, it's falling again. The dude where he has the accent, like, what did they say, Russian or something like that?
I think it was Frank, yeah.
Yeah, but how he would play it off is like, get this fucking girl.
Oh, get this fucking girl off of me. I thought
so good.
It was good because, like, you know, they're all there and, like, it's set to kidnap this girl, and the person
Yeah.
who's like arranging it has done so that nobody knows each other, like
Yes.
how you would if you're gonna do a crime.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I'm
Joey
saying?
and
Like,
Frank, like those are all like
fake
fake
names. Like there was like they were like, don't share your real name, real information, blah blah blah. Which was interesting in itself because you want to know more about these people, and they clearly want to know more about each other, but like the willingness to give information is fun.
Well, she did a good job. Like, I know who, like, I can tell who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, she literally goes along
one by
the line.
one.
And they're like, oh.
Abigail does, yeah. So, like,
no, not Abigail. The girl who plays Joey.
Yes.
Like, well, they're all waiting.
Dude, because
but Abigail
you can't
obviously
read
knows.
me, you know, and she goes through and reads every
Everyone.
single person. And I'm like, damn, girl, are you going to be the one to survive? Because you got smarts out of everybody. And the first bit of the movie, like, Abigail's just up in the room being a little girl. Like,
yeah,
sad.
she's handcuffed, blindfolded, like, just stay in your room. Joey's going, like, is the
Checking
only
in
one
on
that
her.
goes in and be like, I'm going to keep you safe.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for your ransom money.
Like, it's okay. Like, nothing bad's going to happen.
And then it starts popping.
Good things start happening. And
So much fun.
it was wild.
It's
like,
a fun vampire movie.
the deaths were great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there were so many that I was like, well, we could die like that? That was cool. They had, you know, some twists at the end as well. And I was, like, not really expecting the twists that they gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with, like, her dad coming in or
Yeah.
her maker. And then the way when they staked her maker, and he was like, poof, I was like, oh!
It exploded.
It was an explosion of
Like,
blood.
I love that we got, like, the type of universal vampire where it's like, once you get bit, you become her, kind of like a slave.
Puppet.
Like
it's
puppet,
like a puppet almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can control you.
Which is how it kind of has been throughout, like, the
Lore.
vampire lore.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought
I
that was
like
a
that.
lot of fun.
And she did it with like this dancing scene
Yes!
that was really fun. Like she had Sammy's character, like she's like picking up, you know, a body and is like fucking ballet dancing with it. And like, dude, she's like spinning in circles. And
It was
I
great.
will say the dancing, not only from Abigail, but from who plays Sammy's character was so good. And like, dude, you would think like a ballet vampire, like a ballerina, like that.
She's just a girl.
Dude, but like the things she was bending and like spinning and like dancing, fighting, I was like,
It was
this is
good.
some cool shit. It was almost like Black Swan gone
Oh,
vampire.
yes.
And she was even dancing to Black Swan at the beginning, and I was like, oh girl.
I loved it.
Oh girl. It was good. It
was a different play on vampires, and it was a lot of fun. And I love it because at the end, when her father does come in and like Matthew Good, like I didn't realize like he was in it, and so when he came in, I was like,
because dude, they wait until like the very end, like the last 10 minutes of the movie, and then you're like,
like the last thing I saw him in was Discovery of Witches, and he played a vampire in that, but that's like it's like a different type of vampire. So, and I love those books. I still actually have to finish the series, but it was so good. And like just the quips and their repertoire between each other.
It's
like,
fun.
Oh, it's so funny.
And like that's what I mean by like it's funny and like it verges on campy, but it's not.
Just the fact it's like that one fucking scene where she's like, I got them, and he turns around and he's like, those are fucking onions.
So fucking onions.
It's not
like
garlic.
it's not even garlic. Like so there's funny quips like that where like the girl's upstairs in the room, or she's running around the house. We don't know where she's at, and the group is trying to like keep it together.
Like, oh my gosh, she's a fucking vampire.
Somebody go break like pool cues for like steak. Somebody go get fucking garlic, and homie comes back and he's like, I got it. Bag of fucking onions. Like the delivery on shit was great.
Oh, yeah.
Like. I mean, the little girl was terrifying.
Yes, but like they go through those, like, okay, how do you fucking kill a vampire? Like,
yeah.
What are we talking about? Are we talking about Twilight? Are we talking about True Blood? Are we talking about
what kind of vampire are we going after here? And like, how real? Well, you know, I would expect I would also have to be like steak, holy water, Bible, cross. What do I need?
Yeah.
What am I doing? What type of vampire am I doing? Can you fly?
Exactly. Oh, I think Frank was like, I can fly.
Yeah. I can fucking fly. And he was like, I can fucking fly.
The fact that they brought all of these different type of lore, like we're trying to figure out modern day, like this shit is not real, but like it's in front of our eyes.
It's clearly in front of our face.
So now are we basing it off of books, Movies? What are we
We
doing?
don't know. We don't know. But it was fun. I had a blast. Like, I could easily rewatch Abigail, once a year, like around Halloween
There's
time.
not a lot of vampire movies that I will rewatch. There's a few where I'm like nostalgia.
Like Interview with a Vampire. I could watch that every year.
Underworld. The first one.
Yeah.
Not like the going forward. It's always the first
Original
one for me.
Because
like that got me hooked. And then, I mean, I'm a fucking stickler for Twilight. Yeah. Don't tell me. I know. I fucking know.
Vampires. They're sparkly.
I know.
And they run really fast.
Yes. It's so
Dude,
bad.
I read the Twilight.
Good.
I read the books. Okay,
Yeah.
like but when the movies came out, it was like a chunk after I'd already read the books, and I was like,
so
what is happening?
When the movie Twilight came out, I was like, oh shit, didn't realize they were on books. Like it was new to me.
Okay.
And so after Twilight the movie, I ran and got all of the books, right? Well, I mean, when that first came out, I think there was all the books were out,
yeah.
And so like I got all of them, and then when New Moon came out, literally my best friend at the time, Nicole, we had New Moon, and we went to watch the midnight premiere with our fucking book.
That's legit.
I'm taking it. I had merch. I had
all of it.
Wait till we get our fucking storage. I have so much Twilight shit in there.
It's like Twilight is an easy rewatch though, because it's
guilty
like
fucking pleasure.
It is. It's like it's almost like I'm gonna get a shot for saying this, but Harry Potter for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't like this
growing
whole,
up.
Yeah, it's like
it's
I
the nostalgia,
know.
but then you find out more about like the author, the people.
Yes.
You know, so it's hard, especially with the whole Harry Potter book things. Like I still read them, I still watch them. You know,
and I've never watched all of the movies until this last year. I watched all Chelsea and Aaron had the same reaction. They were like, "You haven't seen all of them." They were like, "What do you do every Christmas?" And I was like,
"Exactly,
Christmas stuff. We don't live in the UK.
It's Harry
that is a UK thing."
We literally the little Funko Pops, like the minis.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob has drilled holes in all of mine so we can hang them on the tree.
Oh, that's cute.
And I'm going to, I think this year we're going to get me a mini tree so I can actually have a Harry Potter mini tree.
You need the Harry Potter Lego set.
I know.
I'll do it with you. I like Legos. But yeah, I mean, I went and I watched them. Like, I read all of the books when I was a kid. Like, I had never had an issue with the books, but it was like, it's as you age, and then they come out with the movies.
Yeah.
And there was a gap there for me with like both of those. Like that I was like,
well, see, when the movies came out, I was like 10.
Yeah.
So like
that's what I'm saying.
Completely.
But like I think the first 3 books of Harry Potter were out by the time the first movie came out.
I got the first Harry Potter book at a Scholastic school fair.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember reading mine in like 5th grade.
Yep.
I was in like recess. Like all the kids were playing, and I'd be like up against like the school wall with my book.
Well, I kind of like growing up. I got bullied way bad, and how I looked like Harry Potter. So I got called
like
Harry
motherfuckers.
Potter.
It's cool now.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
But I was made fun of. I was called Harry Potter because of how my glasses were and my haircut was, and I looked like a little boy growing up.
I bet it was cute.
Yeah.
I bet it was cute.
So it's like I didn't read Harry Potter for a long time because of that. But then like I got older and then I fell in love with them, you know, books and movies, and I'm like, I don't fucking care anymore. Whatever. But
I will say we're off topic. But I had seen like the first 3 Harry Potter movies. I'd never seen any after that. Now the last 2 are really dark.
Well, did you notice
and
that
they get a little darker each movie.
The openings.
Yeah. Oh,
have you noticed that? Like it'll be like whatever the low W whatever.
Yeah.
Like it'll like pop up, and you notice like it.
I noticed in the last 2
darker.
they were like dark.
Yeah, but it gets darker.
And then like the magic is darker, right? And like darker things happen because they've also grown through the books,
and they're going through a lot more shit.
Yeah, so like I was really surprised when I watched all of them last year at how dark the last 2 were. I was like, whoa, and like I was glad I watched them all just to be like, I watched all the movies. But, like, I wouldn't sit down and do it every year. But, like, I could put on Abigail once a year, you know, for Halloween. It's like, we always put on Cabin in the Woods every Halloween. Like, that's something we rewatch every year. But, like, I would put Abigail up there with it, too.
Oh, yeah, I think Abigail is definitely going to be in my repertoire because I watch a horror movie every single day of October. I mean, it's fucking normal for me anyway.
I was like, I feel like that's normal for us.
But
like,
I have a list
yes.
of like must watch during this time.
Okay. Share with me, please.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in my brain, but I'll write it down.
All right. Well, I guess I'll be gone all of October, so.
True, but I mean, like, spooky seasons anyway. Until fucking December hits for me, I continue watching, you know?
I love, like, we live in the Midwest, so, like, it's dark in the winter. Like, fall, winter, it's dark at, like, 5 p.m. It's dark till 7 a.m. Like, dude, all winter, like, spooky season for me. Because I'm like, I ain't going in the negative 20 degrees. I'm not going out in the snow. I want to stay cuddled up with like my coffee and a spooky fucking book or movie. Like, or both.
Yep.
You know?
Like when it gets super rainy and like all of that, that's prime time. But like, if I'm not in like the full mood, that's when I put on Twilight, is during the fall.
You're like, let me
and like it kind of gets me started off and then it goes into
like, let me get
deeper.
Darker.
But Abigail is definitely going to be added into my rotation.
What would you rate Abigail? Like out of 10?
Oh, I'd say like a 7 or 8. I would really enjoy it.
I'd give it a 7.5, so it's interesting you said 7 or 8.
Yeah, because it's so...
It was fun!
I feel it's definitely up there with Cabin in the Woods for me. Like, exactly how the feeling is, where you still have those moments of like, oh God, and the deaths are great, but it's fucking funny. And I love campy horror.
I do too, if it's done right. If it's done, now that turkey shit we watched.
Yeah.
It's killing. That was on like, that is camp.
Yeah.
That was camp.
The next one we gotta watch is fucking Ginger Dead Man, and then the Bong one.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be great.
And then I think like this will be a good segue for our next episode, Imaginary.
Yeah.
Because
it's like a different type of we'll get
and
to
I
that
felt
one.
like it was campy, so
yes,
we'll get into
that one.
We'll be back next week with Imaginary. Have a great week. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Go watch some spooky vampire movies.
Yeah, go watch something, or read something with your eyeballs.
Did you ever watch, before we go, did you ever watch Lost Boys?
Like the older movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in middle school or whatever, whenever they have us watch it.
I'm making sure.
Okay.
I'm just making sure.
I have.
Okay, good. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you'd like to see more from us, you can find us on Instagram at the Midnight Babes Podcast and on TikTok at the Midnight Babes. Stay spooky, friends.